Oh, there's Doug. Ahoy! It is Thursday night, so you know what we're doing. We're hanging and making comics here on the Comix Wellspring live drawing show, Spill the Ink, where we're spilling the ink and spilling the tea with tons of creators hanging out with us, doing the doodles. And of course, I'm your host, Brandon Bloxdorf. So super hyped that everyone's here tonight. We got a packed house. And with me is my wonderful, astonishing, I don't know where's he at? We're getting an echo from someone too. Max Flowers. Hi, Max. How are you?
Hello.
What are you working on tonight?
I'm working on thumbnails. We'll see what happens.
Cool.
But yeah, I'm just kind of messing around. And seeing what
Are you biting them or using clippers?
happens.
It's an art joke.
Dad jokes. And speaking of which, that means we got Doug Knight in the house. Hello, Doug.
What's up, gang?
How are you? What are you working on? That's cool.
It's a Shirley Johnson sketch cover. I got nothing else going. Well, I've got lots going on, but I don't have anything. I was just stuck in traffic for like 3 hours.
That's that new Spawn title, right?
Yeah, it's one of the kids that was offed by the ice cream truck killer guy in issue 4 of Spawn.
Oh, really?
And I guess like I haven't like dove into it, but I guess she's like possessed spirit because evil things happen to the poor kid. So that's what I'm gonna ink. It's kind of like it's cool.
Cool. Hell yeah!
But first, I gotta find something for my ink to go on.
I feel that. And then we got campaigning right now live on Kickstarter. We got Reece Jenkins in the house who just got funded. How you doing, Reece?
Hey guys, how we doing?
Dude, super hyped to have you on the show. What are you working on there?
I'm gonna do something special for our guests tonight. I'm doing Street Fighter characters. I was playing Street Fighter early, and I was like, you know what? Why would it be something really cool for everyone to see? So we're gonna do a little Street Fighter tonight for you guys.
That's cool. I'm super hyped to see that. I can't wait to talk about that too. We should talk about some video game stuff tonight. That'd be hype. Dude, yeah, hell yeah. And also we got Rick Lopez over there doing some dope paneling. Dude, Rick, how are you? I'm so hyped you're here, hanging with us. That book looks great.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
Dude, I miss you.
Yeah, man, I miss you too. I'm looking forward to seeing you at SPX.
Dude, honestly, like when the project I'm working on right now, I was thinking and looking a lot at your book for inspo. Yeah, I'm super hyped. I'm doing a Mastodon tribute comic, and I'm making Brent Hines like a wizard and whatnot because it's like the last Baron. And so then I was looking at your shit, and I was like, man, this is cool as fuck. And so I'm gonna be pulling out some Rick Lopez tonight, probably with my designs. I'm super hyped.
Love you, dude. Yeah, I'm working on the cover for the 3rd issue of Apex Creator Mysteries.
Dude, so cool.
So this one will be a purple cover. The other two have been red and pink so far. So.
Okay, I don't think I have the second one then. I think I'm missing one.
No, I dropped that one at Heroes.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna get one at SPX then for sure.
For sure.
Oh yeah, dude, super hyped.
Hi,
And
Rick,
also, freaking Doug. We also got before he was rudely interrupted by Doug.
Sorry,
Jade
guys.
Lowder in the house. Hi, Jade.
Hey, how's it going, y'all?
I apologize for Doug's behavior, Jade.
I'm stuck in rude Toronto traffic mode. Continue.
What do you do, Jade? You got some stuff going on there. What are you working on?
I'm working on a page of the very last page of the specimen, which is fitting because It's a Horror Show. The specimen is closing in 3 hours. 3 hours, and we're done. And so I'm doing the last page, which is kind of like I always do like a little post-credit scene for It's a Horror Show. So this is the kind of after the story.
Ooh, that's
I like
cool.
a good after the story thing.
I missed all of that, Doug. I don't know. I have no idea what you just said.
I said I like a good after the story insertion. It's cool.
Yeah. Thank you.
Saboteur Comics says hello, everyone. Hello, Saboteur. Can't wait to get you back on the show. Yeah, dude, you got some. I'm just doing some kind of lettering right now, but pretty hyped about this one. Oh, Jade, check this out. I kind of touched up the pen a little bit more, trying to get it in focus. Sorry. There you go.
Oh yeah. That works way better.
Oh yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah. Super hyped. Dang, let's do a little around the room. Jade, you want to talk a little bit about your Kickstarter and what you got going on right now? It's your final 3 hours, 4 hours, I think.
Yeah, 3 hours. So it's a horror show. The Specimen. This is the fourth issue of the series. So it's a kind of UFO 1950s sci-fi thriller kind of inspired story. But with its usual camp and ridiculousness thrown in. We did a shorter campaign this go around, trying out, just to see how the 2 weeks kind of works. And we did a smaller dollar amount as well, just so that we can prioritize getting the book out and not have to prioritize all the other kind of crazy promotion that goes into trying to put together a project. So we just prioritize the printing the book and making something that people are going to want to check out. And so it's worked great. The project's funded the first day, and we've been excelling ever since, and it's great. And so I'm super stoked about the great response we got with this project, and then as well, just the returning readers and fans and stuff. It's crazy to think that It's a Horror Show has a fan base now, but that's it's pretty awesome.
You're doing the work and it's paying off.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, no, speaking of the work, I was gonna ask, what do you think made this Kickstarter so different from your previous ones?
I think expectations, just obviously setting the goal a little bit lower. I was able to kind of, in my mind, change gears a little bit and know that okay, I just need this amount. Anything beyond that is gravy. And most of the time I do so many more podcasts and promotional stuff and cross promotion and just I'm really trying to get it out there in every way possible. And this go around, I just knew, I'm like, I think with a more limited reach and resources, I could hit a dollar amount that would make it worth it, and just get the thing out there. And I think that setting my expectations a little bit lower for what I wanted to succeed made a big difference, because everything beyond what I was already expecting just meant that I was thrilled about about how it exceeded those. And so mindset. I think if anything else, it was the mindset going into this one.
That's sick. Yeah, I mean that's a lot. I think it's really hard to really set expectations for Kickstarters. It's always a gamble, and it's like the weather. It depends on the time of year. It depends what's happening. I mean, and you have to choose these pinpoints that are okay, when are people most financially available? When are people online to catch these lives? It's you're strategizing now your campaign around other people's habits to try to capture the most fish, Yeah,
totally. And I think that the fact that, this is my, I don't know, 7th, 8th Kickstarter. I'm not really sure. I don't remember at this point. It's just I more or less know, just kind of what to expect and how to plan my time a little bit wiser, so that I'm not, wasting chunks of time on things that are not gonna be helpful for the project.
Mm-hmm. I get that. And Reece, you're wrapping up your campaign in just a few days. I think you still have about a week left or so, 6 days, 5 days left on yours.
Yeah, about 5-6 days, counting today. It's been an amazing campaign, man. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Jay, man. You guys really put quite the show on for everyone. on my Kickstarter, man. And I think the difference between this one and my first one I did earlier this year, time preparation, and a very good showing. We pulled it out, man. I was biting my nails this week. I was like, I don't know, and then I happened to refresh, and next thing you know, it's like, boom, we're funded. Like, what's going on?
Refresh fatigue is real.
Yeah,
yeah,
it is. It's painful.
Really painful.
Nothing drains my phone battery faster than a Kickstarter campaign. Yeah, no, like and setting up your page. Well, those, just so people know the context. Like Jade and I helped put together Reese's page and his tiers, and just like his add-ons and everything. We kind of guided him through to like, Jade and I have done, gosh, I don't know how many campaigns together now. It feels endless sometimes. We should do a tally. We probably need to.
There's just always one going. It's just
Yeah, like and it's so crazy. Like, so many things you wish worked doesn't really work. Like the coolest tier you always think of is never the one that like hits big.
Totally.
Or like some of the ones that you just want to include no matter what. Like, and this is I put this in every campaign because I love them and everything. But like we never really get a lot of Wham stand orders. And I wish that would pick up a bit better. I think, I don't know, maybe I'll do some videos or something or display some stuff, but like I think the Wham stands are such a cool thing to snag upon and to help people.
I've really seen a big growth in the Wham stands on convention floors. Like I know on the Kickstarter, it's like obviously everybody wants to see that like the jump and to move some support and stuff, but like I've seen a huge jump in people, like even Canada and stuff, like they put them out like it's the best idea, and I'm just like, you all busted. I've been supporting this dude since day one.
Yeah.
But more attention on Wham stands. He's doing good
I
things.
wonder too, we often do early birds, like early bird specials, and for the most part, for the early bird, we just kind of offer like the digital book and then the physical, like the physical copy of the issue. And I wonder if you could do like an early bird Wham stand, and if that might entice people, just like a discounted one.
That would be a good idea.
That would be super cool, actually. Yeah, and it's all that thing. You just got to bounce ideas back and forth, and you got to test stuff out. And I think we kind of were so adamant about Wham stands, and we push it so hard. I think they'll eventually catch on. It's just getting people familiar and having them understand that a bit more too, I guess.
It's tough to make fetch work, man.
Yeah, and you're promoting more freaking products. I know, I just freaking right past that. I was like, not.
Was that stop trying to.
That's a Mean Girls reference.
I was about, Mean Girls. Yeah.
I was wondering where that came from. I was like, I've heard that somewhere.
See, somebody appreciates my genius or lack therefore of.
What tiers do you think you've done, Doug, that like really hit it out of the park?
Man, I think figuring out. So like I did a locals only thing on this last campaign, and that was like really cool to be able to offer people that were like close to me. So I'm excited to fulfill that and have like a cool party over that.
What was that? Tell me about that. I don't
so the locals only was you can create with Kickstarter. They have an option to create an exclusive tier that comes with a link that you have to provide the backer. And I created tiers for people to pick up the full bundle of like my offerings for the Kickstarter. From me personally or at my like local comic shop, Wayside Comics. And it was a really cool way of approaching a retailer and saying like, hey, can I make this like an exclusive pickup location? And then the incentive is that people that have supported me a lot don't have to pay shipping if they live close to me,
That's cool.
So that was a really cool thing to play around with, and I'll definitely do it more. I think I'd like to set it up more as like a regional thing. So like, set up shops that are like farther east of me, shops farther west of me, and really kind of exploit that as a way of building more connections in the comic book fields. And then I just think that the giving people like a lot of choice for like figuring out what that price point is going to be for printing that's acceptable, that you're not going to like make a huge profit, but like you can still load people up with a bunch of stuff. Obviously, like people want more, especially today's day and age. But then also, like if you're offering more than one thing, just like make it really easy to get only one thing if they want it, because it all adds up. And I think just like the big special stuff is cool, but I think that it's important to keep it simple too, because there's a lot of guys out there that are doing like the like 40, 50, $80,000 campaigns. And, some of them is just like, here's my book, it's $80 and people buy it. And you're like, oh, crazy, like, so we, as indie creators, are always putting this pressure on ourselves to go bigger, harder, faster, like more and more and more. And then like, there's these other guys, they're just like, it's my book. I know you want it. Here's it is, $80, and they get it. And it's cool. So it's like, you can't begrudge them for just having the confidence to have confidence in their product or anything. But yeah, so simple is good, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. Gosh, I haven't ran my own campaign in a minute, so I'm going to be doing one soon. So I'm kind of curious how that's going to play out. It's interesting doing Apollo campaigns because so many of them are first time creators or just getting traction. So it's been interesting to gauge like, okay, an anthology can do this amount probably. A first time creator can do this, like issue
Yeah.
twos are gauging like this and whatnot, I think that is what throws me. That's why some Kickstarters feel discouraging, but it's like, no, this is actually success. Like, it's not just because we did a 3K one 2 months ago. Now this one's like $700. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
look what's happening here. Like, look at the creators involved. Look at the history behind them. Look who's promoting things like that.
Yeah. And I think that one of the big elements that I'm really exploring now is the power of like market expansion. There's a lot of people that don't know that indie comics are kind of a thing, and there's a lot of people that do but don't know how to get into them. And so I think that going like the Ska Zombie book that I got printing soon, Apocalypse Now, is it's really cool because I got to reach out to like punk rockers and stuff that like, oh man, I used to read comics. Like, well, why aren't you still reading comics, homie?
Yeah.
So it's been really cool, and like introducing myself to new networks and podcasts. And there's ska festival in Virginia that's happening in like 2 weeks, and like next year I want to shoot to be able to have a table there and vend at that show, right? So I don't know, it's just like you don't know until you get yourself out there and you start looking at these things.
Yeah, you can keep me posted about that. We'll work that out for sure. I think I know what you're talking about too, because I was told about one not too long ago. And it's in September. I think we're talking about the same festival.
Yeah. I don't want to touch the name, but it's something ska-tastic, some ska megafest, ska.
Ska defines me as a person, and I will never turn my back on ska.
Yeah, 100%. That's Doug and Max over here for sure.
For sure. Definitely.
Yeah, but so it's tough and it's a grind, and some people seem to have the formula, some people seem to be tweaking the formula, and some people like it's always cool to ask for more, get help, like get help from people that know, and reach out and utilize resources as they come to you and listen to advice. Like that's the other thing too, is it's like you want to do everything. I want to do it on my own, blah 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 blah. But like if someone's got something useful, listen, because they're going to save you a lot of headaches,
Mm-hmm.
No, that's true. Oftentimes, like with indie comics, it's easy to think like, oh, I'm just going to do it myself, and it's just like, I mean, more power to you, and I believe in the kind of DIY, like you'll figure it out, even if you have a couple of failures. But at the same time, it's like part of the great thing about indie comics is that we're a community, and if you can rely on your community, you can avoid some of those pitfalls and build upon everybody's success. and I think that's a really cool part of it.
It takes a village.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that actually. Dude, but straight up, man, like I don't know. Honestly, like it's very true too, because like I was having a moment earlier, and I was telling Jade, I was just like, man, I don't think people are gonna be very interested in Fake Your Death and like blah 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 and all this, and he's just like, whoa 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 whoa, whoa. Reconfigure everything, and he like talked me, he like walked me off the cliff and everything, and I was just like, ah, yeah, you're right, dude, yeah, you're right. I gotta put out this book. It was such a thing, and I was just like, man, I can't believe like I had that whole. I don't think this is like good enough type of thing, you know.
I mean, it's understandable, Brandon. You're an emo kid. Like that's just part of your chemical makeup.
It is a very like emo book too. You know what I mean? So like all of that.
Nobody likes me.
Straight up, yeah. No one's gonna care, man. No one's gonna care.
Oh, I can jump in on this one. The other night, I was coming back from an event that was like after Toronto or Fan Expo Canada or whatever, and My Chemical Romance had let out. So everybody at the train station was dressed like they still like are just suffering from such angst, and it was pretty funny. It was like a real flashback to the one year that I wore too many like bracelets.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I would love to see that era of Doug.
I did my hair like Jared Leto from what's that music video
30 seconds?
Like, well, I mean, yeah, but there's the specific music video where they do the reference to The Shining.
Oh yeah, I know what you're saying. You would.
And it was like I definitely did that to my senior prom.
Oh, wow. Is that our version of the Flock of Seagulls?
Dude, right? Yeah, like
hey, man.
That version of Doug was heinous, and I hope there's no pictures anywhere.
Before I just like committed to like having a mohawk for the rest of my life or a mohawk variation of some sort, I totally had that Davey Havoc side December Underground hair for a minute.
No,
yeah,
no.
straight up. 100%. It's like a sophomore in high school, like straightening my hair at the school cafeteria because I didn't want my dad to find out. My dad from the 80s.
What is this? It's a hair straightener, Dad. I thought I told you.
I remember when all my homies started buying their skinny jeans from like the girls section at H&M because they were cheaper and like and they just like they were built, you know, I don't know, they could squeeze in tighter. And I remember like I've always been like a rotund individual, and so like that was never for me. And I just remember being like, I'm not jumping on that ship, man. It's just
I was on that ship too, but for my my shop of choice, it was PacSun.
Oh yeah, same. That's where I got mine at that time. Now I get my skinny jeans from H&M because they're super cheap. They're like 20.
Dude, I just discovered H&M can make you look professional at a good price. Shout out H&M, sponsor me.
It's so funny. I used to like give people shit for like shopping at farm supply stores for like their clothes and stuff. And all of my fucking pants, every pair of pants I own, I buy from the fucking farm supply store because they're so comfortable.
Yeah, man.
I don't know. I don't think I could stop wearing skinny jeans, honestly. I feel so weird in normal, like other pants. I feel just wrong.
I think your body would fall apart. I think that's
all. I think so, dude. If I'm not wearing like basketball shorts, it's skinny jeans. Like there's no in between.
No, man. We're going back to Jinko jeans.
Dude, no, I'll go back to Dickies.
For vegans to wear anything but skinny jeans, honestly.
Right?
Like I don't think I think that's part of it. That's part of being a vegan.
I don't know if anybody else in this room has had the pleasure of sharing a hotel room with Brandon, but he actually sleeps in skinny jeans.
Yeah.
What?
I like how somebody believed that too.
It might have just been a defense mechanism against our roommate, but
Keep them tight. Real quick in the chat, we have Reckless Animal saying these sketches are fire. Dude, thank you so much.
thank you.
Brandon Gore says, yo, hey. And Bruce Morgan, hey Bruce, how you doing, dude? Really good looking pages this week. No matter the group, the styles are also diverse, but the talent is top notch. How in the world can you manage that each week, dude? Thanks for tuning in each week, man. We really appreciate it. We got to get you on some week. That I would love that. We got to line that up. Come hang with us.
Please. Say please, Brandon, you rude son of a bee.
I demand people on this show.
It is really cool seeing this thing explode. What are you going to do for the 100th episode?
Yeah, that'd be
I don't
cool.
know. Yeah, I gotta start working on getting more guests on. Things are balancing out a lot better overall with everything, so I'm getting more bandwidth so I can start talking to people. I'm gonna hang out with Tom Sicoli this weekend, so I will ask him.
Nice.
That'd be pretty rad.
Yeah, I know people. I gotta just send them a message or link up with them. Like,
oh, I had an idea, or I had a thought that I buried because I talked too much. When we were talking about asking for help earlier, it was one of those things where when I was getting to the end of Apocalypse, I was like, all right, cool, it's done. But I know it's done and I'm happy with it, but it's still like, let's get an extra set of eyes on it. And then because I'm co-producing it with Apollo City and Cross-Eye, I realized that I had access to people with editorial perspectives. And it was really nice for Brandon to hook me up with Javi. And it's been a really cool working relationship, having somebody else edit my stuff where it's not just my wife who's like, why are you doing this? You know? So getting help and accepting it, it's cool.
It does. It's crazy. It does help. You know what I mean? Just getting having someone just to help you out. You know what I mean? Just be there to like, oh, I'll give you a second pair of eyes. Like, you know, we all miss some details. And then you get your first printing of your book, and then you're like, oh, I found the typo that I would have caught if I would have let some peer feedback happen.
Yeah. Or you don't catch that typo and it makes it into the final draft.
Yeah, no, honestly, the Remainders issue 1 has the biggest typo in the world on the front page. Like right when you open it, there's like a
nice
typo. Like,
really? What's the typo?
It's
you know, I bet I've asked you this at least 10 times, and you're like, God, Jake, just remember.
We did talk about it. When you open it up, it said Apollo City.
Oh, nice.
So
I had
just, you know, you could take that one just, you know, as the universe saying that's really what Apollo should be, is just Apollo.
It's gonna be our spin-off.
Listen, I had a sponsor shout me out as the cross-eyed comic. like yo, I was like, I can make fun of it, but maybe send an edit out into the universe. So they were good about it. They're like, oh, I didn't even think about it. It's like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, we know.
We know you didn't think about this.
yeah. I was like, I actually have lazy eyes, so I don't want to misrepresent the cross-eyed community.
In the chat, actually, this is like I just noticed that too. Tim G was like, Reece, why are you not on pen and paper? But you know, I didn't realize we only have one digital creator tonight. We usually have a good balance of digital and traditional work going on. But Reece, you're primarily a digital artist, huh? For the most part.
I am now. Like I stopped doing traditional back in like 2019. Roughly like 2019. I tell you a funny story. I was drawing some work one night, and there's one of my friends or whatever, and someone comes in to look at my work. He's doing his work on the iPad, and I'm doing my stuff traditional. And they look over and they're like, okay, you know, I'm kicking his butt or whatever. And they tell me, oh, your stuff looks cute. That's old school, isn't it? I was so mad. Like the very next day, I went out and got me an iPad. I'm like, never again will I be defeated.
Oh man.
Yeah, they hurt my feelings real bad. But no, it's still fun. Like I do it whenever I do my sketch covers. Like I do traditional then. Like, you know, I really love doing that. But to me, it just seems a lot more fluent now. So I've gotten so used to it.
I get that. I'm trying to, last week I got to color digitally, and that was fun. Coloring wasn't bad. I got used to that. But then I tried to draw. I'm doing a new little segment, so I was trying to like draw a little logo, and I was trying to do it on my iPad, and I just couldn't. But then on pencil and paper, I knocked it out really fast, and I was like, "That's so weird." Like,
yeah,
uh,
yeah, I suffer from that too, where it's like, it's not suffering, it's knowing where your strengths lie. Like for me in sketching, like I sketch like a demon with some pencil and paper, and like the texture really gets it, and like I can lock in and stuff. And then digitally, like I can throw down all my layers and do all the digital wizardry and stuff like that. But I think that's just like it's knowing how to get comfortable with it and where to excel and how to merge the two. Like
yeah.
it's I think that like we live in this world of artistic ubiquity where you have this ability to be everywhere. So it's like it doesn't serve you to be only good at one thing if like something calls for you to do more, right? Like it's nice being on a job site when someone says, "Can you lift this?" and you can lift this, and can you think about this? Like it's be the Swiss Army knife you want to see in the world,
Exactly.
I mean, it's also kind of like, I don't know, I guess then this might be more of a negative view, but it seems like being a creator, you have to wear so many hats. And like, being an artist, you got to know traditional, you got to know the digital aspects now, you got to balance everything out with your social media posts. And like, it's crazy how much you have to do to kind of master something like this and make comics and put art out in the world. Like there's so many hats. And it just takes time. Like I really want to do more digital, and I'm gonna say this, but I'm gonna back out of it. But we're gonna announce our Inktober prompt pretty soon, and maybe I could do all those on digital just to get used to sketching digitally too.
No, you gotta get ink on your hands for Inktober. Sorry,
just a little.
See, there you go. I just talked me out of it now.
It's called Inktober, not PNG-tober.
PNG-tober. That's what we'll do one year. PNG-tober. Everyone will do digital drawings.
But that would be cool because then you could do a sticker book of everybody's PNGs.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I might come on and do a cover art then. Do one of my sketch covers.
Oh, that'd be fun. Just to do sketch covers for Inktober? That'd be really rad, actually. I think I'm going to announce the lists like the first week of September so people could start prepping and taking a look at it and just getting a vibe out.
Yeah, I mean, that's smart because there are so many different like comic groups. I mean, Marvel and DC have their own, and like Kayfabe used to have their own, and like there's so many different prompts, and then there's like the official Inktober prompt that I don't even know where it comes from.
Dude, you can't even call it Inktober because of that.
Yeah. So there's just so many different prompts, and so like oftentimes for creators, you pick which one, which set you're going to abide by pretty early. If you do that,
yeah,
I've done it one time, and then I burned myself out because I was like, this is not for me. I get why people do prompt challenges and stuff like that, but I've been like, oh, I make my own busy work. I make my own shit in the studio. I don't need somebody else making work for me.
Totally. Yeah, you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, cool.
If I wasn't drawing and I was like struggling to get shit done, I might be like, okay, I'll go ahead and do this because I need some motivation. But
yeah, I think you did a few prompts with us last year. I think it landed on something you wanted to draw.
Yeah, that also is it. Like there's sometimes I'm like, no, I don't want to draw that. No, thank you.
Yeah. Which is like, I know that's part of the challenge of Inktober is like pushing yourself to that next limit and stuff, but I don't know. It's also fun to be a princess sometimes, I'd be like, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
failed insult
Damn.
of just calling me a princess.
The princess is stuck in the castle.
Is that your hair on the balcony? No, it's just my ego. Have you guys got approved for Horror Story yet? The anthology?
Yeah,
We
we did.
did.
We had to make a couple edits, and
Was it removing my whole story?
Yeah, we're
That
like,
was the
oh
biggest
man,
edit.
why is this second to last story suck so hard?
It's like this did not look good printed. Actually, like, we should.
It wasn't good enough being that far back in the book. Let's just maybe if we push it out and tell him it's there, he'll see it like that.
Yeah,
I'm like, Doug can't even see. It's good. It's good.
yeah.
We'll just-
Not convinced.
Oh, that's
not
messed
convinced
up.
he's going to see this anyways.
That's the only the jokes that you can make when you spend time in the trenches with somebody.
Yeah. That's, I've earned that right. So is Doug.
If my dad lets you sneak up on me, you're cool.
I think everyone in this room I've hung out with enough to be really comfortable with, actually. Yeah. Reece and I haven't hung out, but we have certainly talked and met a lot. And
Yeah.
We basically have hung out.
When we finally do hang out, oh man, it's gonna be like the end of the world, bro.
I know, man.
There's gonna be some diabolical stuff going down.
It's crazy because like I'm in Baltimore and New York pretty often, but we're never there at the same time.
Same
We, like,
time, yeah.
alternate.
It's like I literally look at your schedule. Like, all right, he's gonna be here this week. I'll be in New York.
Yep. Yeah, dude. Every
Catch me if you
time.
can.
We literally alternated conventions in New York. Like I left and you got there.
Yeah.
Oh, Reckless Animal was asking how much for each poster. Oh, I mean, all these are typically pages and books and whatnot, but I guess a lot of these sometimes they get turned into prints and whatnot, which is pretty cool. I would follow up with any of us at that point if you ever want anything.
Yeah.
Actually, it's kind of crazy. Like if you, I hit up like Tanya Dorf Makey. She posted something, and I was just like, "Hey, like save me a print of that." And she was like, "I actually wasn't even going to make prints of these, but she made them specifically because I asked for them." So you never know. Sometimes someone just needs to hear that it's wanted, and they'll go ahead and do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sketch covers are always like whatever. If it's the kid that I feel sad seeing it go to school for the first time, then I charge much for it. And then if it's like if I think that it was just a really fun application of skill and development, then maybe I'll give you a break so I get it off my shelf. So message me. Still, I'm on the fence with this one. I think it's cool. It's getting there. It's a face.
Oh. The last 2 hours have been really good. I'm sorry, I'm just.
Oh, really?
Last
Have you picked
couple
up
of
some
hours,
backers?
so I'm just like constantly checking right now. Yeah, I did.
Oh, like it's picking up. Oh, sick.
You know, just so everyone knows, Reece and Jade, everyone has links below, but their Kickstarter links in specific are in our bio if you guys want to check them out, those watching.
Yes. Yes. And you know what was cool? Some people actually went and got some of the wham stamps. I got like 2 for the wham stamps. So that was a real big one. I was on a podcast yesterday when I found out about the fulfillment. Like we had hit full capacity. I was like, oh man, that's awesome. And the guy was literally buying the wham stamp as he was talking to me. And he was like, yeah, your campaign's fulfilled. I was like, get out of here.
Nice.
Dude, yeah, getting funded is just like such a good moment. Just such like you get to breathe for the first time in like weeks.
It's like making your table back on the convention floor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, that's another good feeling.
So am I going to New York Con?
If I'm gonna make not doing New York. I'm doing Rose City Comic Con next weekend. Not this weekend, but the following.
Sweet.
I'm excited. I don't think I'm gonna make my table back. It's a steeper table cost. But I do it because it's a really cool con. I kind of love Portland, and it's a good excuse to visit. I got a lot of friends in Portland, so it's a good excuse to get out there. And last year I got to like have a full on, 30-minute conversation with Mike Mignola, and I'm like,
Nice.
that made it worth it. So I trade.
I hear he's the only dude that talks if he wants to too.
What was that?
I think I've heard that he's like the kind of guy that like really like chooses who he wants to speak with. So that means like that. It means that like you made an impression, which is good, man. It's huge.
Heck yeah.
When I met him, and I mean, maybe he's just blowing smoke in my ass. In which case, just keep the Pluma coming. But when I met him, he was like, I told him, he's like, well, what books do you do? And I was like, I do. It's a horse show. He's just like, I know that book. I know that
No
one.
way.
I'm like, no, you do. Yeah, and I just like schoolgirl, just like got real red. I'm like, no, you don't.
He's like, yeah, a guy named Doug Knight mailed it to me and made me read it.
at gunpoint.
Yeah. I was pointing the wrong direction.
Will you stop threatening my houseplant? Sorry.
Miss Tila J says, "Hey Reese, the fam is in the chat. The drawing skills are out of this world. Big props to you all. Gifted hands." Thank you so much. That's so sweet
Oh
of you.
wow! What's up, guys? Tila, Reckless, Rain, Tim, TG. Hey, everybody's here, aren't they? My whole family showed up.
Yeah. Timmy G said that Street Fighter is fire, and then Doug, that face is 12.
Thank you. It'll be a thing when it's a thing. That's what I say. Yeah, and then I guess I haven't turned pledges off on my Kickstarter yet. So if you go search outside 2025, I think you can jump on getting an issue of Apocalypse Now before I send it to print, because in a couple days I'm gonna hit that button and then the late pledges are terminated.
Yeah, it's going to be a major printout for the end of the year. I can see that now. All these books, you guys have been doing awesome. Everybody in their campaigns this year.
Thanks, man. It's we've been pumping out some stuff. I'm really hyped. I think by next year I'm gonna have all of these like little projects I've been working on out. I was kind of giving myself some deadlines on everything, and this like Mastodon tribute comic is like, I think this might be my first like full thing I try to do, but it comes in chapters, so I have like 4 chapters mapped out. But I think Stoner Wars I'm gonna put into a zine and probably do another couple pages and put that out next year.
Nice.
And then do this one too. And then just some pinups I've been doing for some friends, which is kind of crazy to be thinking I'm doing that stuff now.
You're doing it, man.
I would never thought. It's wild. The show keeps me busy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Me, I never thought I'd be doing comics right now. Look what happened. I went from doing like character prints for people and just drawing characters, and then boom, one day, bada bing, bada boom, Mark comes up. Let's draw some comics.
Reece, sometimes your Carolina is so thick, and then sometimes your New York really comes out.
I'm a Southern New Yorker. What do you expect?
I mean, Doug, I was gonna say the same thing. You were talking about something earlier, and I was like, "Holy shit, man!" We're in the
I checked, man.
now, buddy.
If I speak too American, then I get tariffed for it. So I got to be careful.
Immigration gets confused.
Yeah, they'll check my social media, and then it's just like they'll just turn me back because I'm just too.
Wait, who is this guy?
I code switch too dramatically, you know. Sir, some of your posts have views where they're not supposed to be.
It's amazing.
Why do you spell color all fucked up?
Yeah. Why don't you tell me?
Reckless Animal says the details on the face is serious at Cross-Eye Comics, looking like Joker from Smash Bros. Oh wow, that's pretty sick.
Hey. Thank you. I'm trying to think of I like the little maniacal little kid things, very corn follow the leader. And then I was like, do I want to add worms?
Oh yeah.
I don't want to be like that. I don't want to do that to this little girl. She's been through enough. I'm just trying to make good decisions.
Since when? No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know. No, it's a valid point. You know what though? I feel like it's a McFarlane production. It's lacking skulls. I got to get some little skull barrettes going on up in here.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
What? How's that Comix Wellspring blue line paper?
I got to get you some, huh? I really got to send you some, dude. I'm enjoying it. I was just bouncing from my sorry, Timmy G was typing color and just laughing. And then Reckless Animal says, is he drawing Heaven? Oh, I don't know the character in that.
No, I'm drawing Shirley Johnson.
Shirley Johnson.
What up for some ice cream? And she got iced.
But no, yeah, I'm gonna be shipping actually you and Rick some of this blue line paper to be checking out and whatnot pretty soon. I have an older batch, and so the newer batch is actually better than what I'm working off of right now too. I found out. So
I'm gonna
yeah.
some from you.
Listen, I gotta blow the smoke where it's deserved. But there's the last print run that I got from CWS. There are these quality ships that have happened with the quicker print options, and I'm oh man, you gotta talk about the stuff that you like because it's important that other people know. But there's the magazine quality stock of the paper felt magazine-y, it's that thing where all the inks were kind of a little bit raised up and made you feel special for interacting with it. It's pretty cool.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, I'm actually going to be ordering a magazine size book pretty soon.
Nice.
The Skullhead book was magazine size, so that and we have a manga book coming out through Apollo that is going to be that size too. So I'm going to be really excited to talk about those too. What's up? Timmy G says, "What's up with the blue Jade? Is the whole drawing blue?"
Oh yeah, I work in non-photo blue, so that way it's just easier to erase. I don't have to spend time erasing stuff after I ink it. So
yeah, same. Actually, I do the same thing. Jade got me on the blue line paper, blue line lead path.
But in case you're wondering, Jade is also a not unofficial member of the Blue Man Group.
Yeah, it's the whole reason I shaved my head is so that I could easily fit in with the group.
Yeah, it's so you can erase yourself when your clothes come off.
Yashawn Laurie says, "What's up, bro?"
Non-photo blue.
It's
got that idiot strip image of the guy painting his body in non-photo blue so he doesn't show up in pictures.
Great. Diabolical.
I was trying to letter with a nib, and that just was really hard. So I got a pencil. Yashawn Laurie says, "What's up, bro?" And wow, you really have the talent, bro. I love that.
Thanks, Sean.
As if the first time that they're finding out, wow, he really knows what he's doing. That's the first time that I tattooed one of my homies that used to bust my balls for tattooing and being blind, and they're like, oh yeah, it's pretty good, eh? It's thank you, because you're stuck with it. I'm not.
You better like it.
Yeah.
I like that he was even more Canadian than you, Doug.
Oh, buddy, it gets pretty hooty up here.
Dude, Yashawn's indeed, nah, I knew. I thought it said I never knew, but okay, yeah, you got it. That's great.
Yeah, I really, threw up a post into the Spillin' Ink group chat the other day talking about like it'd be cool to explore an anthology where we print and utilize one of the different sizes that CWS offers. Like I think a nice coffee table book or something would be really cool to explore as an anthology,
yeah.
but do it take the approach of more of a curated art book. So it's less pressure on like coming up with, you know, a bunch of stuff and then give people an opportunity to spend, you know, whatever, like 20 hours on just one illustration. But yeah, I think that'd be cool. I think it'd be cool to do something like the whole idea that I proposed was just like one piece of architecture and then come up with like a minimum of 5 things going on in that scene. So like, even if it's just speech bubbles being like, this guy just hit the merge button, this guy just hit the whatever, this guy just hit the rocks, you know, something like that would be kind of fun.
That'd be cool.
Maybe a thing.
So I got a question, guys. What drives you to make the characters that you make for your books? Like either antagonists or protagonists. What drives you sometimes to make these characters?
That's a good question. I have several answers.
Uh-huh.
I would say first and foremost, I kind of take like the most like spiteful experiences that I've had in my life, and then I kind of convert that into something that I can write easily, because that way you can kind of keep that like, how would you want to bust down on this person mentality going throughout every time you apply them to a story. So it makes it easier to not feel bad about that person getting hurt or like, you know, whatever, more and more and more and over and over and over again.
In terms of like your antagonists or
yeah,
like your hero.
Yeah, no, well, the hero too, right? Like, but and then for the heroes, it's just like it's that thing where it's it depends on the project that I'm working on. Like, because Apocalypse Now, like, I really don't care if you like the hero or not. He's just kind of a dirtbag punk rock kid, right? So it's like that's really based off of a lot of my friends and myself growing up, you know. But then, you know, the Super Wicked White Cell Squadron, everybody in there, I want them to feel kind of inspirational, kind of cool, like kind of geeky, kind of, you know, like I just think of like the demographics that I want to hit and support with the project. You know, I just kind of think of it as a, like, how can I include everybody? And then Chiasm is it's a little sci-fi version of me. So it's like, you know, whether you like him or hate him, he's still going to do the stuff and I'm going to have fun with it regardless. So, you know, write what you know until you can write what you don't, I guess.
I think that's a great answer, dude. Yeah, honestly, like I kind of just pull from myself and from people I know, and kind of just spin those experiences around into something I'm really into. I think, you know, I write a lot about myself, probably more than anything. But you just kind of disguise it in different ways, and, you know, shuffle it around, exaggerate some aspects, and you know, I think about friends' experiences and what they've been through, and kind of toss that into the mix. So it's like a big blender of just like, I got to express something, and I want to express something, and I want to create something, and I kind of use myself as that like catalyst and like life events to kind of steer what I'm creating and making. Or maybe I just need something you know, something that I just need to get out of my system.
Well, Brandon, you kept mentioning that you actually wanted to write a book based off of my life as a childhood cancer survivor, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what I want to
It's
do.
very much like
I've been wearing your glasses a lot, like throughout the house, like when I'm working and everything.
The
So you get a vibe
pinhole ones, the Draw
Yeah.
How I See glasses.
Yeah,
I was wondering where those went.
been really practicing lately.
I did an art show many years ago, and when I sold my painting, I told the dude about like how I'm legally blind and stuff, and I showed him like in Canada you get an actual blind card, where it's like if you get caught driving with that and somebody dies, you go to jail double time. That's not really how it works, but yeah. So I have like a blind card, and he at some point took it from me thinking that it was like a business card. And I just thought to myself, like, I wonder if this guy ever got home, looked at it, and was just like, "Oh, that's got like his home address and stuff. That's kind of quirky, you know."
Oh my gosh.
I had to like call the CNIB, the Canadian National Institute for the Blind Foundation, be like, I got a funny story for you. Sold a piece of art that I painted, and and they're just like, I've heard a lot of stuff before, and people have lost their cars, but that's a first. So.
Timmy G says, were all these just now drawn out? Or yeah. Actually, a lot of us. I mean, I started the pencils for this yesterday, 2 days ago, probably.
Yeah,
not too long ago.
I sketched the blue lines on this that you can't see anymore up on the train a couple weeks ago, and I just kind of haven't gotten around to it. So now I'm just freeballing the inks and playing around with brush strokes and doing the thing.
I sketched mine out about maybe an hour before the show. Like I was literally looking at Street Fighter. I was like, I'm gonna do that tonight. I was doing my warm up, sketching it out. So just a little bit.
Yeah, I think it varies on what we're doing or working on.
Yeah,
I had mine laid out like a month ago, but just like basic blocked in of where shit was going to be, and I haven't touched it since then. Oh no, technically I started drawing this in March, and I just haven't gotten back to it, and so I'm finally trying to finish this page.
It happens sometimes.
And how about Max's thumbnails? Has he gotten so low that he started a little cut? Are your thumbnails bleeding? I'm only saying that because I did it to my toe the other day, and I'm still mad at myself.
I've been working on this story for a long time, and I'm just kind of still trying to formulate stuff and figure out what I'm doing and figure out how I want this story to look. So we're just playing around, and we'll see what sticks in the final version.
So, Rick, I'm really interested in your process. I've seen you. I think you've used a light box a little bit. It looks like you're inking over stuff now too. That's so cool.
Yeah, I just where's my thing at? Hold on. I do. I'm around here. Well, I usually do thumbnails first, and then I'll scan those and blow them up.
Oh.
And then I'll print that out, and then I'll clean that up on that page, and then I'll take a light pad to it. I can't find my little notebook though.
So, before I met any of the lesser-known comics cuckoo heads, I met Rick Lopez through the Next Panel Press guys, and that's all through Cosmic Lion and our buddy Craig and a bunch of other dudes. So it's cool. It's cool seeing like the divergent paths of comics. Like you go different directions and stuff, and but if the hustle is the same thing, you kind of end up in the same place, and it's been sick. I can't wait to work the show with Rick.
Oh yeah, you abandoned us. That's right.
Yeah. I abandoned you, family. Okay, listen. I know Craig makes me feel guilty enough just from looking at me from across the city. Get it,
dude? Like out of all the people, gosh, I only remember being buddies with Rick. I don't remember an awkward phase or a meeting of Rick. What show did we meet at? Was it IC3 or?
Were you? You weren't at San Diego, right? That's when
That's where we first met, dude.
Yeah, because it was
you were. Yeah, holy shit! Yeah, that's where I met you and Eli. That's right. Yeah, and I was just blown away by your stuff. At that point, especially, I wasn't buying a lot of indie stuff. I really liked your shit enough to I was I'm gonna buy this, dude. And I've had one of your drawings up here on a wall since I got it too, since San Diego.
Is it the Invisibles one or is it a different one?
It's a different one. I think it's the first one. The Invisibles one is in my living room.
The Spawn? I think that's what you got. Right?
Oh no, that's a different one. This is an Aztec Kirby looking one. It might be from the Power. There's 3 heads on it. I'll send you a picture of it.
Yeah. I'm I don't know.
Or maybe I could take it. Is it just one pen? Yeah. It's this one actually.
I'll tell you guys, I had a really trippy experience at the last convention that I worked, and it was this little dude who's heading into grade 9. So he bought, we walked up to my table 4 years ago and bought one of my books, and then came up to me like the next year and bought another one of my books, and came up to me the next. But it was just like he walked up this year, and the only way I could recognize him was by like the size of his ears, and like I was like. Because like everything else, like little kids hit these growth spurts and they just change. It's just like it was so trippy, man. Like it's truly like this little dude that comes and looks for me every year at this show. It's just excited to see what I'm working on and stuff. And it was that's very cool. It's neat establishing these relationships with people.
Dude, yeah, that's really adorable too, actually.
Yeah, I still can't get over when people like have come up to you at a con or like, yeah, I met you last year at the same con or this different convention, and I'm I think that unless I meet you a couple of times, you're just not locked in there for me. And it always just tripped me out. And it's like someone came up and were like, yeah, I saw you last year. I'm like, oh, cool. Well, I've got these books. And I'm like, actually, I have everything you've made. And I'm like, holy shit. Okay. All right. Well, I wish I had more to offer.
Yeah.
But just thank you so much for saying hey.
That's sick. That's always fun. Like meeting people that like bought your book that you didn't like directly sell to sometimes, and they have your stuff, or you're just like, oh wow, like
yeah,
thanks.
They got it like off of a Kickstarter, and we're just like saying hey, and I'm like, whoa.
Or I'll go and get content like whenever I'm doing CWS work, and like I always pitch Apollo like, oh, I do this, blah blah blah, check out our stuff, and then the people that are like, oh yeah, I have the punk anthology, and I'm like, oh, thank you, cool. I kind of get like nervous. I like cave in. I'm like really outspoken and just like, and I don't know, like I could talk to people, but once they have like Apollo books or whatever, I get really like bashful. I'm just like, oh man, thanks. Like I really. And anything else I could get you? Like, you want to?
You want a water?
You need a back rub?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the punk rock anthology was sick because I would go to shows where people were in it that like I didn't know were in it, and then it's like, yeah, I was in it. You know what I mean? Like it was really cool because all of a sudden then you could turn it into like I'm in it, that guy's in it. Go get some autographs, fool. And like Or I've had like a few people see my books from like the local comic shop that I set up at events at, and they're like, "Oh, I've seen this on my friend's shelf before," and like, as I obviously my first reply is, "By shelf, do you mean their garbage can?" But it's very cool developing these connections.
Yeah, I think that's the funnest thing about throwing an anthology out first. I think everyone who gets anthologies or is part of them, it's always fun. And I always feel like it's an honor to get people in books too. Sometimes whenever I latch certain people in anthologies, like I looking at the scope of the punk anthology now, like I'm mind blown, like all the talent that came into that book and how many friendships. Like it's crazy that Jade did the variant for that cover. Did the variant cover for that book, and like we were just like acquaintances, and now I talk to Jade like almost every day. Like it's wild, like how that's turned out over the years. But then like like one hitters, like that was a very contained little project, and that was just like, oh, we want to get like we Wizard and Bong Boy out, and Outer Space Preview, and Hobby had a story, and then just like lining it up with IC3, we were like, dude, Rick Lopez is here. Do you think he'd be down? Like, and that's how we got Rick into that book. And that made me like, I'm so ecstatic that I got Rick on a book now. It's the coolest thing ever.
We did it. Have you guys looked at Chronicon?
I would love to do that. Rick, did you do it, or was it just Eli and Cosmic?
Eli, yeah. Cosmic Lion did it last year. I know that they got in this year. I don't know if he's going or not. I'm pretty sure he is.
That'd be sick. I want to do that one.
So
that's in California for sure, huh?
It's in Chicago, man.
No, yeah, Chicago.
It's like suburban Chicago. It's like where that Philly show was. Like that the suburbs of the big city. That's where they're doing it.
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
so it's not even. Yeah, so you can get like a hotel room for not $10,000 a night and stuff.
Right.
That's sick.
That's
I gotta
next year too.
Do that next year. I know we definitely want to do the National Cannabis Festival again, but that's the thing too. Like looking outside Comic-Con just sometimes is the best coolest thing. You gotta show people comics. People forget, like you're saying, Doug, like that stuff. Is like outside Marvel and DC.
Listen, guys, I gotta go to a wedding several hours away from me this weekend, so it means my wife has done enough lifting. So I'm gonna bounce, and it was nice hanging out.
Nice, yeah.
It's always good hanging out with you, too.
Yeah.
Sorry for leaving early. But yeah. Anyways, good luck with everybody's campaign. There's my creepy girl. I'm sure it'll get creepier as I go.
Dude.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Thank you. Yeah. So it's cool.
You're getting fast, dude. Getting real fast.
And people want them commissions. You gotta knock them out. I want to be like Jeff Monk one day.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So and it's cool, man. I'm happy for everybody. It's been a real pleasure growing. And if you're on here and you don't know who I am, follow me on Instagram, Cross-Eye Comics. Woo!
What's your Instagram?
Dude, Doug. Thank you so much, Doug. Always a blast, man. We'll see you soon.
Hey, can you bounce me so I don't have to shove my face in the camera and make it horrible for everyone?
Oh, yeah, you know what? I could do that. All right.
Later, Doug.
Finally, he's gone. All right. Like we were saying, no, he's still in the room, actually. I love Doug. Doug's a great guy. Dude's getting fast, really fast, too. Reckless Animal says, I got a question. What's the inspiration behind drawing your first comic book character? Yeah, let's do a little roundtable. Max, what was the inspo for your first comic book character that you did?
Well, that's hard because you have to then decide what your first comic book is, which dates way back. I guess the first serious comic I did was a one-page comic, and it was actually based off of a Japanese haiku that I had to do for a project in school, and that was me just trying to take like a generic Japanese haiku into like a really dark direction, and make it about a funeral, which was really interesting. But like my first book was just like a semi-autobiographical book about an experience that me and Milo had.
Yeah.
And the characters are based on us. And so I have a feeling a lot of our stories are going to be like, well, it comes from us. But yeah.
I love that. It's very true. Like deciding what's your first creation that you did and that made you like get into stuff and knowing you could do it versus like, oh, this was my first thing I actually went and put out and released as a book. What about you, Jade?
My first book I ever did was It's a Horror Show 1, in terms of actually printing something, but full book I ever made was a book that like you can only read it now on Patreon, and I don't share it because it was growing pains. It was just like me learning how to do most of this stuff back in 2021, and it just is rough. Is a rough read, and for that one I had like this. I wrote this ghost story during COVID. I had these friends, and we like telling ghost stories to each other, and we during COVID we would make up ghost stories and then have calls and tell each other ghost stories. And I made this one up about this woman who was like living in an apartment and discovers this mysterious door that wasn't there before in her apartment, and it like leads to this, like this kind of ghost dimension essentially. And so then my first comic, I was like, well, let me just try and take this story that I already wrote, I already know it, and turn it into a comic. And that would be my first character. But in terms of like real characters that I'm like turning into doing something, it was the werewolf from The Date, and his inspiration was the music video for the Cramps' I Was a Teenage Werewolf, and
That's cool.
Love that music video, and I was like, man, what if I took that vibe of the music video and made an actual werewolf character, and there he is.
That's dope. What about Rick? I'm super happy to hear about that, actually.
Oh, yeah, I agree with Max, where it's like, well, what do we count as the first one, because I drew a lot of like shit when I was a kid. But I'll just say The Power, just because that was my first book in print. It's definitely like Kirby influences, and if any of you are familiar with Jake Phelps from Thrasher, he's another like real influential character in skateboarding that, I don't know, kind of like mix those two characters together for like for my little stand-in in The Power. He doesn't have a name, only I know his name, so I don't refer to him as anything as the character.
That's cool.
Boy.
That's super cool. That's sick. What about you, Reece?
Well, repeat the question. Now I'm just kidding. Yeah, first comic book character. Man, what was the inspiration? I think like one of my friends wanted to be a comic book hero, and they had asked me like, draw them as a character. I was like, well, what do you want the character to do? It's like, it's gonna be like Iron Man. Okay, cool. But he's gonna dress like Batman. I was like, what? So it's the idea that you create, the creative juices where it comes through, and you just get to mix all these different images in your mind, and being around friends and living these awesome stories, you come up with great characters. That's how I came up with the Hood Boy character.
That's cool. Oh yeah. I think like starting off as a writer, I think my first like real character, I don't know. It was definitely probably Scott from the broadcast dialogues. And that was all like very Amory Wars, Coed and Cambria inspired with like Lost in Space and like stuff like that. I wanted like a cool sci-fi character. A lot of Dead Space inspired that at first too.
Isaac.
And then like, yeah, dude, I fucking love those games.
Totally.
And then like Teenage Babylon, Elliot, the main character, I actually got the name Elliot from Elliot Smith because it's a very emo book. But that was very based off of like me, and like I pulled like a bunch of influence, but that one's mostly like me for the most part, 100%. And then like Weed Wizard and Bong Boy, dude, that was probably like Weed Wizard was based off of Miracle Man, actually. That's where that idea came from. I was really into Miracle Man.
I guess I would have guessed Blunt and Chronic. Blunt Man.
Actually, like I had been writing Fake Your Death and Teenage Babylon, like outlining those stories in the first scripts, and I realized like how depressing those books were, and I needed something to make me laugh. So I was like, I've always wanted to do like a fun stoner comic, like the hints of Kevin Smith and whatnot. But I was like, I don't want to do anything like that. Like, I want to make something fun. I also like don't have ideas for superheroes, but dude, back in the day, Warp Tour 2005, I think. In the pamphlet, it was actually sponsored by a comic book company, and I forgot what it was and everything. They're not around anymore. But Skinhead Rob from the Transplants, which is like Tim Armstrong from Rancid, and Travis Barker and Matt Freeman from Rancid too, I think plays bass in it. And then the guitarist from Idiot Pilot. But Rob was saying like they were asking everyone like what would be your superpower if you got to have one? And he's like, my superpower would be to turn dirt weed into chronic, and that way I'm set. And so that was like where I got the power for weed. I could turn everything into weed. And then Bong Boy, I was like, I don't even know how I thought of Bong Boy. I just like wanted to do something cute. So I thought like a skateboarding bong would be really cool. And it just worked. I didn't know how to like even make that come to life, but Evan is such a phenomenal artist. He made that happen. But yeah, good stuff.
I want to do a stoner comic. You just make me want to do that, bro. Now as you said that, I was like, yo, that would be a cool idea.
Dude, yeah, it's just something to have fun with, you know what I mean? And to like, I don't know. I didn't want to take stuff as seriously because everything else I was doing was so serious. That book almost came out first too, and I was like, I don't want that to be my first book, but I'm glad I got to do a bunch of anthology stuff. Yeah, this pen is wearing on me. And then we have um Travis Gorey's asking who we drawing. So Max is doing thumbnails over here for a book. I'm doing a Mastodon tribute comic that I just thought of, or like last week because Brent Hines passed away. Rick is working on his next book, issue 3, and then Jade's working on actually his next book as well. And Reese over here is throwing down a cool Street Fighter pinup. It's pretty sick. Saboteur saying that's nice, Doug, but my bad. And Timmy G is like Max doing a whole comic. And then Timmy G is like they call me Miracle Man in high school. Oh, what? That's cool. That's I get it. That's great. That's hilarious. Dude, yeah. Lettering by hand. I need to learn how to do digital letters, but I love lettering by hand more. It's trying to be consistent, but also the inconsistencies are what I like about it.
It's not as easy doing digital in as it is doing traditional. I find.
Yeah.
Yeah, like whenever I'm doing stuff like Deuces of Wild, like the way I have to sit down and really think about how I want to draw out the letters before I actually put them on the book. And then once I put them on, like once I sketch them on there, like I'll take like a regular text font and type it in there, and then play with that, and then I'll draw over that text font like for the Deuces of Wild for the covering.
Oh, cool. See, I like that. That's rad.
Well, and that's why in all these thumbnails, I'm basically doing them full size, and I'm also putting down all of the letters and like sound effects and everything, so I know where things are going to be.
Max is the one that taught me that, like, no, you must put your. And I mean, I've edited so many books at this point where I've learned that lesson. Like, you need to map out your letters. Like, no matter what, you got to know where they're going. And for like sizing reasons too, I think it helps me just to do them on the page right away. So I get it. Oh, Rick's broke out. Procreate. Here we go. So Rick, do you just take a picture of your stuff? Do you scan them in and everything? Do you have a scanner at home you use?
No, I have a scanner. This is what I was looking for,
Oh.
though. This is like kind of like, this is all the stuff from Cosmic Cat Primer.
Oh, cool. Those are dope pencils.
Let me pull out a copy of it. Yeah, it's all pretty much right there. Like, there's the cover. And like these pages. There's this one. Like these two right here.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I was going through that book and it was just, I was just staring at it. Yeah, man. You do some fun. It's crazy because like what you do a lot in your books are like a lot of like geometry, like drawing exercises and practices I've come across, but you're like applying it into your books and it looks super trippy and insane. But it was like, wow, this is like if you just learned how to like do your cylinders and spheres and stuff like that, like that's what you're doing and you really hone into that. It's so mesmerizing.
Oh, yeah.
Your patterns, man, so much fun.
But thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I finished the, like, for Apex Creator specifically, it uses a lot of like negative space. So like the cover, I'm already like coloring it.
Yeah, I love how you're balancing that out. That's sick. I can't wait to pick that up, dude. I just started recording a new segment where I'm just like kind of doing like shorts, like 2 minute like book, like I'm just talking about a book for 2 minutes and just telling people about it. And I think almost everyone here, I've done a video for already.
Nice.
I'm gonna start posting them up next week and everything. We're just doing some like I do the first round of edits, and then our buddy Eric Allred is like beefing them up and making them super rad.
Nice.
Sweet.
That, and I'm trying to start up a live like crowdfunding kind of promo like new release show on Fridays, maybe like at 6 p.m. everyone voted on. Um but yeah, just to give people some attention to crowdfunding's going on, and just if they have a new book that, like, 'cause not everyone does crowdfunding, so if you have a new book that comes out or new release of any sort, you come on that show and just talk about it for a few minutes and just do that for like an hour every Friday. Um, Sounds like it's something that people want, so I'm gonna try pulling that off soon. Rick, you don't really crowdfund, huh? You kind of just toss up the sales and everything too, right?
I'm pretty fortunate. I have never had to crowdfund. Usually I'll just do a pre-order, and like that'll like cover my initial wave of books, and then between just like shows and orders, I'll be able to like order more books.
That's rad.
But I would like to do. I think when I do the second year two when I do the year 2 collection for Cosmicat, I think I'm gonna do a Kickstarter for it. At least in my head I am. I don't know for sure.
I think you'd have an immense success on something like that because you've built up such a fan base without doing crowdfunding, and I think that's really smart as well. I mean, this is coming from someone who does like
It's
crowdfunding
nothing.
every
I mean,
month.
all it is just it was just failure or of fear of failure, you know. So I'm like, yeah, fuck that. I'll fuck jump in front of a train if I failed it, but yeah, fuck this.
I could totally get
All
that
over.
too. It's like nerve wracking too, like trying to push through promoting for that period and everything as well. Like it I don't know, but I think there's something really smart behind like, okay, I'm gonna like get this going and build a fan base, and literally you're doing it right. You're building an audience, and you've built a strong audience between conventions and social media. And so I bet when you do a crowdfunding, because it's like a rare thing, it's not something you commonly do, people will jump at it a bit more intensely.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thanks, man. Hopefully, then maybe I'll just keep sticking to that idea then, because it's definitely been there where I'm like, I should just finally do one at least. So I feel like, yeah, maybe it will be okay. Maybe it won't fail.
Yeah, no, I think you do great. I think it just, you're in so many circles now too. Like failure really isn't. I think you're like involved in like 5 groups or so, huh?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on right now. I've been like, we have the new Comix Wellspring Street team, which is really cool. That's going to be really interesting. I am the co-founder of Next Panel Press. I'm doing distribution with Power Pulp Comics, if you guys have seen that coming up.
Yeah.
And then I have some books coming out with Cosmic Lion Productions next year too. So.
Oh, cool.
Just stretch thin all over the place.
That's super sick. And we got you in an Apollo book. Like,
yeah,
that's
man.
Freaking rad.
Oh, and then and then I just got a stack of these too. You guys have seen them? The new Sewer Boys book from Ink and Drink Long Beach.
Oh, rad.
Yeah, so it's got a whole stack of those. I have a couple pages in here. It's filled to the brim. Like, there's dozens and dozens of people. Like, Siraji's in here, Nathaniel Osoyo, Erwin Papa, June Alvarado, Eamon Winkle, Rickmar Brunson, just a million people. Yeah. Jerome
that's rad.
That's pretty sweet. I'm getting ready to go to, because in September I have SPX, CXC, and then LA Comic Con. I'll get to come back home and do that show. So I'm just trying to get all my ducks in a row, get a bunch of books back in print and shit. That's been like the latest hurdle, just trying to keep stuff in print. That's where I need the Kickstarter, so I can buy like a fuckload of books at once. So I can just live off that for a while instead of, because pre-orders only go so far.
Yeah, no, exactly. I think that'd be a good move for you too, in terms of like trying to develop a plan. Like, you release a title, and I think just knowing that the profits go straight to a Kickstarter campaign right after that. Like that's pretty sick. You have what? You have what? The Powers 3 issues right now. You're working on the fourth.
Yeah,
Apex, you're about to release the third.
yeah,
So that's 6, and then your Cosmic Cat trade
yeah. Have the
at
year
this
one
point.
trade, and then just some minis along the side too, and yeah, just trying to push that Cosmic Cat book right now, especially. But I'm finishing up the last issue of the Power, and then the plan is to have that trade for IC3 next year.
Oh, cool.
Which I'm like, when are they gonna announce that already?
I know that because half bought
Mhm.
IC3. It's just
Yeah,
they're navigating more people probably, like in that
yeah,
sense of approvals and whatnot. I'm sure it's gonna be bigger and better in some shape and form, you know what I mean? Or there's gonna be some growth. I'm
yeah.
really excited for that announcement.
Me too, dude. That and Heroes are definitely my favorite shows.
Yeah, depending what we do next year, I definitely want to go to Heroes. I think I just didn't go because it was a concert. But have they announced the
Dude, next
times
time you
for
have to go, fuck that concert.
um what did I see instead of that
Was it
this
Coheed
time
and
around?
Cambria?
I thought wasn't it Warped Tour?
Hmm.
No, actually, no. It was Positive Force DC. I was tabling at an
Oh, that's
event.
right. That's right.
Yeah, that was the punk activist people. That was a good time though. That was
Fair enough.
also it's good I didn't go because I got COVID from Warp Tour and I was really sick like at Positive Force. I didn't know I was like sick like that. I thought it was just like allergies and I just was recovering, but like I was barely getting out of that sickness when I did Positive Force DC, and I was dying the one day we did it. Like, so was Lex. We were trash, dude. It was good I didn't go
Yikes.
because Warp Tour kicked my ass, and COVID just sucks. Like, I hadn't gotten COVID in like 2 years. I would have gotten everyone sick. Everyone would have hated me. Like,
Pencil stone.
Yeah, hopefully next year it works out better.
yeah, I'm
Because I
really
know
hoping
it's
so.
not on the same weekend.
Oh, cool. That's good.
Last year it was on the same weekend as Father's Day. This year it was on the weekend after, and then next year it's the weekend before Father's Day.
Oh, okay. Let me see if I can pull that up real
Hopefully that'll line
fast.
up good.
I don't know if I'd get a table, but I definitely would go by and visit because I got to see when they're doing the cannabis festival too. Because
Right.
that's a big one. Oh, June 20th to 22nd. It looks like, unless that was this year. That was this year, yeah.
Yeah.
So then, Father's Day. Oh, so if it's the weekend before Father's Day, it sounds like the 19th or the 12th to the 14th.
I have the poster in there.
There's so many cool creators there this year. I would have loved to
Yeah,
talk
12th to the
to.
14th.
Oh, cool.
I got
That's
to meet
rad because
Mike
I think.
Allred for a second, which is kind of cool.
Oh, rad. Dad's a hero of mine. I would love to meet that guy.
I didn't get to talk to him very long. He was talking with Eli, and I was like trying not to, they're doing their thing, so I was just kind of like floating around waiting for Eli to finish.
Oh, that's sick. Yeah, Eli's crushing it. Cosmic Lion's busy right now, it seems like.
Oh yeah, dude. We just had a big meeting recently too. It's just gonna get bigger. So look out for that.
That's awesome.
Super rad. I'm glad. I love seeing stuff grow like that. Like, and it's cool, like seeing, I don't know, Apollo's grown so much in the last like 6 months.
For sure.
And seeing everything that Cosmic Lion's doing, I'm just like, all right, cool. Like, I look up to Cosmic Lion a lot. So I'm just like, if we're doing this and they're doing that, that's good. That's a good moves. Like,
For sure.
Is there going to be anybody from Cosmic Lion at Rose City this couple weeks?
I know John Burkett will be there.
Oh, cool.
oh, cool. John's awesome. We need to get that guy back on the show.
He's local to Lopo there. Yeah. I'm like, where am I?
Nice.
Yeah, I know he'll be there for sure. I don't know if anyone else got in or not.
Yeah.
So how do you work out like?
That's where I got to meet Eli and Adam and a whole bunch of guys.
Have you are you going to SPX or CXC at all?
I'm gonna do Baltimore actually,
Okay.
and I'm gonna do FallCon in Minnesota.
Okay. So I know that Eli will be at both of those with me as well too.
Cool.
Yeah, I do. I gotta do the CXC one year. Been hearing a lot of good stuff about that. That's like an 8-hour drive for me. That's not bad at all.
Oh yeah, and then they have the Billie Ireland Museum. That's what I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah. SPX is cool. I like popping in there. Decided to pop in for a day, get some footage, say hi to everybody, get some books, get to see Anton.
Yeah, this year will be cooler. There'll be more of us. So remember last year was fucking solo.
Yeah. That's where I think I introduced you to Jeff and Hope Slice.
Colin.
Colin, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I finally got to meet Colin in person at that show. I was really sorry that I didn't meet him at IC3 that year. I saw his stuff online afterwards, and I was like, what the fuck? You were just at IC3?
Yeah, dude, Colin's awesome. Dude, his book is sick.
Oh, yeah, I love it. The stuff he's been showing me for issue 3 looks crazy, too.
He's another dude. I got to get him back on the show.
Yeah,
That thing he did on that episode was cool. Yeah, he's a great guy. Super sweet. Him and Jeff are cute when they're next to each other because they're both like really like introverted and they're just like kind of shy and everything. They were like perfectly like paired at SPX last year. I was like, this is a cute table. Love you guys. I had to go over this lettering that I did with my nib pen because it came out like a little too. Some parts bled out weird and some parts look a little shaky. So I was like, I'm gonna just go over that one more time, bold it out. I always try to do letters first because like,
yep,
it's the hardest part.
Definitely.
Focus. I like how Doug is like popping in and out, just like in the background every few minutes.
Really? Just gotta let you know he's still there.
Yeah, exactly. We've hit that point where everyone's focusing.
Yeah, a little bit. We're finally hit.
Thumbnails take so much brain power, man. It's
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Oh. That's done. I did all the lettering. There we go. It's not a lot, but it's like it's done. Whew. Oh man, that's the coloring is looking awesome, Reece.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Jade's been giving me like tips on like like flatting and the importance of that and how to balance stuff out.
Yeah. It's all
and how
about
to see if things print. It's coloring is a whole different beast. Like choosing palettes and stuff like that. I'm already
I do a preset palette on mine. Whenever I want to do colors like that, I usually get a poster or idea and work get a separate sheet. I create a separate page and do all my coloring on there. Like just do, just blend colors together. Then I'll save them to my palette, and then when I get ready to actually do my actual drawing, like I'm doing now, already got them preset, so I can just go in there, boom, dip, keep moving.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. How do you choose your colors, Rick? Like, you're very specific on like the tones you use, like with the blue for Cosmic Cat and whatnot. And I think everyone here has like a pretty precise vibe to their coloring, especially Jade too.
Try to. I don't know. I feel like most of the time I'm pretty all over the place.
Well, I feel like each one of your books has like a certain tone to it.
I mean, that's true. I mean, when I do a book, the book is very much try to unify the book. But in terms of like, if I had a coloring style that bleeds through all of them, probably not.
No, I can see there's growth in your coloring between each one here. I have your books out right now because we're doing stuff. But like when you look at like the date, let's open this up. All right, here, this one's already opened. The breakup, like the oranges you have are very consistent throughout the book. Like this orange and pink tonage.
Mm-hmm.
There's that orange again. It's the orange again right there. That's what I noticed about this one. You got that like purplish pink tone. You actually use that kind of often, maybe, I feel.
I mean, I think maybe pinks and purples I use a lot.
Yeah.
I try and avoid gray at all possible. When I make something gray, I immediately go like, okay, can this be a different color that's a more interesting color?
Yeah,
Because
I get
gray is
that.
it's so boring to print. It's just like, ugh.
Jeff DeMars was just like, you got to get some gray tones going on all your stuff. And I was using that for some things, but it's hard for my brain to think about that too. And I got to get into now that's done. I had to get into the deep inking.
I mean, I guess not to shit on gray tones. Like, I'm like, yeah, gray tones when it's just gray tones. Yes.
Oh, I get it. No, yeah.
But when you're doing like, more maybe standard coloring, I guess, where you're having a full range of tones. Gray, I think, just print-wise, it just flattens it. It's similarly like with painting, like when you're oil painting and stuff like that. Like you're taught pretty early on, like get black off of your palette, like stop mixing colors with black, because it muddies colors and it creates like really flat looking tones. And I think the same thing is true in print. Is that like the more you add gray, the more it just starts to get muddy and muddy and muddy. And I like the colors looking a little crisper than that.
You see that? You do have very crisp coloring too. And then Max, you primarily use Procreate too for your coloring, huh?
Yeah, just because it's easy.
So easy.
Yeah, I can just take it on the go or do whatever, or do it really quick, and it's not a hassle. Plus, my like desktop pen tablet broke, so even if I wanted to do something on a PC, I can't anymore.
Oh, there
I
you
could,
go.
I guess I could go old school and use a mouse and lasso tools and whatever, but
That's basically what you do, right, Jade?
Yeah, but I use a Wacom tablet. I still have like a little.
Oh, okay.
But it's just one of the little ones. It's not like a Cintiq or anything like that. I just use this little plus is what I.
yeah, like a little Intuos tablet or something.
Yeah, it's just it's just the Intuos one, which is nice because you can kind of zip around like a mouse, very similarly, and it's for flatting specifically. It's way faster than if you were just to do it on, like with a tablet or something like that.
Interesting. Yeah, I just use Procreate because it's $10 and I had an iPad. And but like Photoshop, like I know there's so much you can do in that, and I'm trying to discover like a lot of tutorials
I
people
like
give you are with Photoshop.
I like how much, not just that you can edit and change and stuff like that, but like I like that if you set up your files correctly on Photoshop to color, it's so easy to make edits and whatnot. Whereas it's like almost every other kind of digital resource, coloring, especially when you get to the rendering section, is really arduous to go back into.
Yeah, that's what it seems like sometimes. How do you like doing edits with Coloring Max on Procreate?
What?
How do you like doing edits on Coloring?
I think I need you to expand on what you mean by that.
Like if you just had to like touch stuff up or like alter something completely, like how easy is it for you to edit coloring on Procreate? Like how accessible is it for you?
I don't know how to answer this question, man, because it seems like you have something very specific in mind, and you're asking me a vague question. But I think if you have a layered file, it's fine. If you have a flat file, it's a little bit more difficult because you then have to like match and blend, and like it's more like you're painting over something than it is like you're just recoloring it. And if you're just trying to like use Procreate as like a photo editor, like you want to like take some stuff out and like add some stuff in, like if you're doing like poster design or something, it's fine. I don't think Procreate's the best tool. I think you're better suited using like graphic design software on a computer and just doing it with a keyboard and mouse. But yeah, I think it really depends on what you're doing and what you have in your files. That's a pretty technical question that gets complicated really fast.
Yeah, I could see that. It's kind of crazy how many people I know now just like use Procreate. It trips me out. I hear that. I would say more than like Clip Studio art.
Yeah,
Man,
I
$10
definitely
one
do.
times beats any subscription. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah,
I can't
honestly.
be doing that. All I need it for is colors. So
Where do you do all your file formatting at, Rick?
I'll Procreate.
Oh, okay.
I just send them off of there to like a Dropbox or to a drive. Excuse me.
Oh, see, our friend Javi does that too. That's been
It's like,
something interesting to learn is, people are using Procreate for just formatting their files for print.
like here's all my books. Here's like the first 3 Apex creators. Here's the fourth one will be blue. Here's something else I haven't shown off yet. Bunch of Cosmic Cats.
Ooh.
There's image grand design. There's
I'm
stuff
pretty
for
sure
different
Dave Baker
books.
does it that way too. He just does it in
Right.
Procreate.
Pretty sure too. Yeah.
That's sick. That's super sick.
At least all the Halloween boys are done that way. Maybe,
Yeah, right.
Maybe some of the other stuff isn't.
Yes, there's all of year 1 of Cosmic Cat. Let's do it all there. I know Jim Rugg did one of, I think it was Street Angel's dog, or it was one of the free comic book day Street Angels he did, and he was talking about how he just did everything through Procreate.
Oh, wow. That's
Like, well, good
rad.
enough for Jim, good enough for me.
Yeah. Sick.
Heck yeah.
And yeah, like at this point, I've like been using Procreate so long, I'm like, I don't really want to just jump on anything else at this point, unless I absolutely have to. Like the only thing
Yeah.
it needs is to be able to like rasterize, and then like you're golden.
Sick. Yeah, I think it's I hear Procreate, Clip Studio, and then Photoshop out of all of them.
Yeah. And what's that? Yeah, clips 2. Yeah.
Yeah, it's I think now that I'm like figuring out like certain brushes and everything, that's getting easier. That's the hardest part is narrowing down tools for Procreate for me. That's just what felt intimidating at first.
I feel that. It's just like a wealth of choice. So hard.
Yeah. Yeah. I haven't found like very many like pens and pencils I like on there. Of course I haven't explored it enough to be comfortable with it in general, but that's gonna be another mission. But just doing stuff traditionally just feels really nice too, so I'm totally okay with that.
I'm always going to be a proponent for traditional over digital, at least for myself.
Yeah, I like the
yeah
that versatility and like especially if like Reece is always traveling like 3 times a week. That makes sense. Like you,
Yeah, you gotta have something on the go, man.
like I'm mostly home. So I'm trying to figure out how to do this. But doing the nib and my pentel brush, that's been making me happy lately. Those are my 2 tools at the moment.
Yeah, I love the pocket brush.
So good. Just fills in stuff a lot easier for me.
Oh yeah. Those cartridges, just the shit.
I'm gonna be doing some Kirby dots on this. So I'll probably use that for it.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say earlier. It's also Kirby's birthday.
Yeah, dude, that's literally why I named T'Challa T'Challa. We saved his life because he was going to kill himself if not. And straight up. And I was like Googling like what do I do with like a stray cat I just found, and I already knew it was Jack Kirby's birthday, but it was also the day Chadwick Boseman passed away, and I was like, what? So just like having a little black cat and knowing it was Kirby's birthday and death of Chadwick, I was like, oh, we got a little T'Challa with this. Be a little demon though. He's like taking up my entire chair tonight again, per usual. So, like sitting at the edge of my chair.
It's funny when you started the stream, you mentioned, well, we were talking about Reece and Doug, and we talked about Street Fighter a little bit, and we were like, oh, we'll talk video games, and we never circled back.
Never ever. Dude, good point out.
And I bring it up because I don't want to talk about it. Specifically, do not want to.
I've like accepted playing video games lately as like my downtime. This is what I'm gonna do to just take a break. And I've been into Red Dead Redemption 2 a lot. Love that.
Did you just like restart, or are you just like continuing?
I restarted a while ago. I had it on my PlayStation, but I don't use that. I just use my Xbox, and it was like super cheap one day.
What's your favorite side mission that you was like, oh, that was so fucking cool?
Oh man, I'm only like I just got to the city, so I'm trying to think of favorite side mission. Man, I don't really know. I love anything where I have to like go in and like shoot up a whole city. That's kind of fun and get something out of that. Like,
I think my favorite is the swamp people.
oh yeah, we have to like clear them out with it, like, cause yeah, that's a good one.
Well, yeah, I mean, no, there's like if you start wandering the swamps at night, you'll come across these people who have like this white paint all over their face, and they're like covering, like carrying bodies and stuff like that, and they have torches, and if you start chasing them, you have to kill them, and then every time you like a new day passes and you go back to the swamp for a couple of days, you'll see them again, and eventually you'll see this huge like ritual that they're performing, and that's like a side mission that like slowly develops over the course of it.
Oh, dude, I gotta go hunt that down then. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. There's a bunch of stuff like that. They're like little Easter eggs. Anytime that, or like the UFO. Have you ever done the UFO?
No, I haven't done the UFO yet.
Oh man, that one's fun. Yeah, you
Man.
can almost get abducted.
What?
Yep.
It's gonna be my mission this weekend, is looking up all these side missions.
Yeah, I just like how much stuff they put into the game. I mean, already it's like the story mode is pretty fantastic, but just like the little side stuff that like, why would you ever put that in? Just for shits and giggles, because it's funny. That's why I think that sets that game apart and why people still play it.
Yeah, hands down. Yeah, it's kind of like GTA when you start discovering all the random side things you could do.
Yeah,
You're just like,
very
oh,
much
this is
so.
ridiculous.
Can't wait to GTA 6.
Dude, you know what I'm even more excited for than GTA 6? Is the new Lego Batman. That's going to be a great
Yes.
open
I
world.
saw that the other day. Man. Was it like Lego Batman Legends or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. It's so fun.
Yeah.
For that. It took me like 4 years, but like, because I only played for like, whatever, 30 minutes at a time. But like I 100%ed Lego Batman. I mean, not Lego Batman, Lego Star Wars recently. The Skywalker saga. And I was like, man, that took a while. The only way I was able to get through all the episodes is that I did the sequels first, because they're
Garbage?
just as bad. Yeah, they're just as bad and boring as the movies. And then I started with the prequels and moved forward and had a blast. Those first 3 levels really sucked. Oh, I think, I don't know, maybe Jade might be the only one, but did I tell you that I listened to the Audible of Shadows of the Empire recently?
I don't think so.
Yeah, dude, it was a blast checking out that book again, man.
I love that book.
Dude, Dash Rendar, dude.
Yeah, fucking.
Oh, gee.
The fucking Outrider. Way
Yeah.
cooler than the Millennium Falcon. Sorry.
Yeah, honestly. I think I have trading cards from that book too, actually. That's apparently it showed up in the Skywalker. What's the last movie called? I don't know what the last movie's called.
I don't know. Whatever.
Rise of Skywalker. Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently it shows up in the fleet at the very end.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So there's hope.
They're just like, oh man, we gotta make this movie not suck total ass.
Yeah, but I've been on a Star Wars binge a lot lately. We just finished watching Rebels and Ahsoka, so that was cool.
I'm still on my rewatch of X-Files right now.
Where you do you own it, or where are you watching it at?
I'm just watching it on Hulu. I do own it,
cool.
but like, I mean,
for the
pick it up
record,
and put on a DVD all the time just sounds like exhausting. So
Yeah, I do
like,
that.
for the most part, I just watch it on streaming.
I have a really nice edition of like Batman the Animated Series on Blu-ray, and we're streaming it right now. So yeah, we're on the 4th season where it has like the redesign of stuff.
Oh yeah, I do like when they did that, because I mean I think some of the characters look worse, but then some of them are way fucking cooler.
Scarecrow, dude.
Scarecrow being the big one. Yeah.
Dude, that one was great. Yeah. We just watched Scarecrow and Richard ventriloquist episode. So good. So good.
Killer Croc got a pretty sizable redesign
yeah.
too, right?
A
Yeah,
really good
I
one
think
too.
his looks
Yeah.
better. Yeah.
Way better. And then Mr. Freeze just having that head and that like body armor suit. It's just-
Yeah, I don't know if I'm in love with that one.
Oh, really?
As much.
Lex felt the
Yeah,
same
that
way.
might be.
I think got all off camera. Hello, focus. Well, what my camera focuses, it's we're the last 5 minutes of the show. I think it's time to sign off. I think all of us are pretty
Nice.
zoned in. We all worked on some pretty intensive stuff today too, actually.
Yeah.
No one had like an easy assignment. Like Max was doing thumbnails over here. So Max, you want to show us what you did and give us your shout outs?
Yeah, I have 4 pages of thumbnails, and now my brain is tired. So I'm gonna stop myself before I do thumbnails that aren't good and aren't useful to me. And shout outs, Apollo City Comics t-shirts.
Ooh.
So that one's yours, Brandon.
Ooh, I'm so excited.
And this is coming soon, which is
Love
my
it.
my little building gear one.
So good. Looks so good, man.
Bunch of drawings. It's ended up being 52 pages, including cover.
Woo!
Damn, some epic stuff in there, dude.
Yeah, and so this will be out soonish. But yeah,
Love that.
and
We already-
follow me on Instagram at Art of MF. There's my shout out.
Love that, dude. Yeah, Max and I are gonna be working on some Spilled Ink books. So we'll be talking to some people, getting some drawings sent and everything. So pretty rad stuff. As we work out the next couple of years for what people will be doing. Man, that polisher looks great. Love it, dude. Rick, you wanna tell us where to find you? Give any shout outs and show us what you worked on?
You can find me on Instagram at Doomdays. You can follow Next Panel Press for more Cosmic Cat. I have the Year One collection out right now. It's kind of the big thing I'm pumping. I'll be at SPX, CXC, and LA Comic Con very recently, but other shows more to be announced later on. Shout out to Cosmic Lion Productions. Follow them too. Get all their books. There's so many like amazing ones. Shout out to Raymar Brunson. I was watching his live earlier today.
Ooh, yeah.
And shout out to Brandon. Love you, Brandon.
Hey, love you too. So glad you came on the show today, Rick. Super hyped to hang in a couple weeks.
Absolutely.
We'll have a good time. Plays
Oh,
out
and shout
for
out to Ink and Drink Long Beach because they dropped Sewer Boys too. Yeah. Sorry.
Sick. Yeah, I gotta look into that. That looks really dope, dude. Really, really dope. Reece, why don't you give us shout outs and then anything you want to say about your campaign before it wraps?
So big shout out to all the fans that came on tonight and supported us, everybody. You can definitely check out my campaign on Kickstarter. This is a Wild episode 2, as well as the reloaded volume of episode 1 on Kickstarter right now. Get your copy if you haven't already gotten one. You can find me on Real Reece 1123 on X, and you can find me on IG as well.
Love that, dude.
And here's the cool drawing I did.
Killer, man. Man, that's sick. That's super sick. I love that font you used. Hell yeah.
Yes.
Jade. Dude,
Yeah.
that looks great, dude. Man.
Yeah, so
Good stuff.
I finished the pencils on this. It was just 3 panels, but finished the pencils and started in on the inks, just starting to do some of the line work and pen. Yeah, so you can find all my stuff, comics, otherwise, or just art in general, over on Instagram at Jade Lowder. Also on Patreon, and just kind of at Jade Lowder over there. And my Kickstarter for It's a Horror Show 4, The Specimen, is closing in like 80 minutes, something like that. So you got a little bit of time. There are a couple of rewards that are accepting late pledges. So, you might have more time after that. But yeah, that's It's a Horror Show 4, the specimen over on Kickstarter, and we're closing in like 80 minutes, so no time to lose on securing your copy of that book. I'll be at Rose City Comic Con in Portland next week. I think that's September 5th through the 7th. And then I'll be at Fall Con in Minnesota, October 11th and 12th. And then Baltimore with Comix Wellspring, October, 18, 19, 20, or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, that's it for me.
Love it. So cool. Yeah, I finished the pencils on this Mastodon comic. I'm pretty hyped to start. I'm already inking it, starting with this panel. Did the lettering at least too, wrap that up. I might add some more lettering on this bottom panel because I switched stuff up midstream. But yeah, working on a new little short. Pretty hyped to be doing another little short on the air with you guys. I'll be doing a pinup for a friend next week. Really excited for that too. But yeah, don't forget to check out everything we're doing at Comics Wellspring. We'll have some updates for our print on demand coming up soon. A lot of cool stuff I found out this week about it, so I'm really hyped to start rolling some things out. And yeah, if you haven't signed up for Global Comics, I would say sign up for Global Comics, and you'll be one of the first to know about a lot of these updates because they'll be working with us and rolling them out. Other than that, check out Apollo City Comics at apollocitycomics.com. We just released like 3 titles in the last couple weeks. We have Soul Catchers #1, the Alchemy Workbook. I highly recommend the Alchemy Workbook for anyone. Like if you're creative and want to do some introspective practices and guides and everything, the Alchemy Workbook, go look into that. It's a great guide. It's so Max designed it, so it looks fucking awesome. It's so cool. So yeah, go check that out. Soul Catchers #1 is out. It's the first part of our next series. I'll give you guys a little preview, but I have a proof for the horror show found footage anthology. It is so sick. We're getting another one. We just did some little corrections on it, but dude, this book is awesome. Jade and I collaborated on putting this together. Look at this family man right there. Hell yeah. Freaking there's some Max Flowers work. But yeah, great stuff. Super hyped. And then next week I'm probably gonna be launching a new little short segment. So these little 2-minute videos where I'm going over books. And if you want me to go over your book, if you dig it, send it to me. Send me a message. I'll send you my address. Would love to support you guys too. So with that being said, thanks for hanging, everybody. It's been a great night.